Hey, how's it going everyone? Mick from All About Tech. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Electroneum ETN. Just before we get into it though, if you could smash that subscribe button, like this video, turn on post notifications. It helps me a lot, it helps the YouTube algorithm, and it doesn't cost you a thing. So please, 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 that would be massively appreciated. So we're going to be talking about ETN, Electroneum. Obviously the ANON summit is now over. It's been over for a few days now. We've all had time to reflect on how it was. Overall, my opinion is that it was a very successful summit. Now, there was a substantial price correction, and do I believe that a couple things could have been done differently? I do believe so, and I'm going to talk about those today. If we just go to the price of ETN at the moment, ETN is actually up again. Obviously, we've been going through a bit of a correction since we hit that 1 cent mark. My thoughts on that is that it's a very simple buy the rumor, sell the news. I don't believe this is just a pump and dump, because a pump and dump, you'll see it happen over a very short space of time. You wouldn't see it over the space of like a week, in my opinion. A pump and dump for me is something that instantly gets pumped and instantly gets dumped, not spread out over a longer period of time. I think the ANON summit is a bit of a catalyst as to the decline afterwards, which is the ANON summit's now happened, so that's the news. We've bought the rumor and we're just going to take our profits, which people are very rightly able to do. People do take profits, it's a normal part of trading, but I do want to highlight a couple things. The first thing I want to highlight is the fact that the news itself, the big announcement which people were surprised about. So ending ETN rewards, obviously this means that 5% less amount of coins are going into the circulating supply each year. That's just from ETN rewards, and that they're going to be doing a further block reward reduction by forking ETN to reduce it to like a further 3-ish%, because it'll go from 9 to 5 and then from 9 to 4 and then from 4 to under 2%. They want to get closer to 1%, but it's definitely going to be under 2%. But some people were quite disappointed that that was the big announcement. And to be honest with you, I do understand why some people would be frustrated by that. It's nothing new. Electroneum do have the tendency to kind of big up what it is that they're going to be announcing, and then some people consider it big news, some people don't consider it big news. And that's just how it is, unfortunately. You can't please everyone. My thoughts on and this is another thing that some people have been saying, is that the way ETN rewards ending was announced was potentially inappropriate and insensitive towards those that have been using the ETN reward system since it came out. I'm inclined to agree to certain aspects of it. So whenever you have, say, like a change in your services, a major change in your services, and the ETN rewards is a major change, it's the very system that onboarded all of these people. You don't just abruptly end it. And people have been highlighting this online, and I am inclined to agree. Whilst I do believe it is a very good move for the health of the coin, of the project overall, over a longer period, and how over the longer period of time those that are holding ETN will benefit from that decision. You don't just pull the plug. That's like me pulling the plug out of my PC right now without doing like a proper shutdown. A notice period is something that should have been done for this sort of thing. Say, for example, your mobile phone bill, which goes up each year because of a retail price index, and the cost of and the cost of living goes up each year. The telecoms companies are required to give you notice of these price changes each year. I do believe it is something that should have been given notice for, but it's done now, and the overall sentiment from my opinion, is that it's a very good move. I think that would have been taken on really well. And Richard said very rightly, ETN will lose some users over this decision, because there were people that had signed up for the Electroneum rewards simply to claim the reward and that's it, and just dump them onto the open market, and they've had 2.5 years to do that. They've had their share. If they want to go ahead and leave the project, then that's up to them. Overall, though, it was a very good summit. On Yavin, one of the co-organisers, he's the CEO of Cointelligence. He is the third party that has gone in to review all of Electroneum's documentation and numbers and processes, etc., to determine if they are a legitimate company with legitimate numbers, etc. And he has stated that report is coming out very, very soon. He tweeted today that he absolutely loved how the ANON Summit turned out, and that he was most impressed by the Electroneum community, that we were the most engaged out of everyone that attended the summit, which is a really positive thing, and it is something that we've always known. We are a very engaged community. Whenever there's coin voting online, whenever there's anything, the ETN community really do get behind it. Let's be honest, a lot of people are threatened by that. It's a natural thing. The ETN community is a very powerful community. And I think that's something to be pretty proud of, to be honest with you. Apart from that, obviously we are now in an upwards trend, hopefully again. ETN went from 24 satoshis to about 114, 116, something like that. It 4x'd itself. I find it hilarious when it started to correct, and it corrected about 20%, and it's like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Corrections happen, and then the ANON Summit came, and it corrected a bit further. So we've lost about 50% since we reached that top. It's not something that concerns me really. We've seen the indicators as to what caused the dump afterwards, and that would be people taking profits from buying the rumor, selling the news. We are still up massively from where we were around 2 weeks ago, still massively up, and it's looking like we're in a bit of an uptrend again now. So that again is a very positive thing. The only thing that would frustrate me, and this is quite nitpicky now, but at the ANON Summit, Richard stating that focusing on the token economics and the token inflation, etc., and the health of the coin is very important now, and then a huge reduction in the price of the coin happens basically directly after it, which is a bit random from my perspective. It's not the sort of thing that I would sell over if I heard that. It's something that would make me actually want to hold my coins. But yeah, overall, very positive summit. We've got loads of cool things coming. I mean, if you think about it, we've got ETN Everywhere, which is now out. And the really cool thing about ETN Everywhere, if I bring up my display for you again, I showed you this when it was launched last week, and it had like 800 merchants. We're now on, literally just since the summit, it's nearly doubled. And we're in like another 30 odd countries, 174 countries now, and 25 different categories of merchants. This is absolutely awesome. This is massive in my opinion, because it shows just how diverse and how globalized the ETN ecosystem is. You can basically go to any country and be able to get something for ETN there. It's absolutely fantastic. Obviously, we've got ETN Donate as well. We have AnyTask. We've got Task School coming very soon as well. It's a complete ecosystem with instant payments and mobile top-ups. We've got electricity top-ups in 4 African countries coming very soon as well. It is a very exciting time to be a part of Electroneum, I really must say. That's my thoughts post ANON Summit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if you agree with some of my points. Let me know if you disagree with some of my points. It's always good to have a discussion. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It is very much appreciated. Let's get to 7K by the end of the week. Let's say by the end of the week. And yeah, make sure you turn on post notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.